Hello, everybody, and welcome to my bariatric journey. I'm Miranda. This is episode 6, so it's the 6th episode I'm going to upload onto YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere else I can think to upload it. And today we're going to focus on snacks. Just like last time when I made the cookies, snacks are like a big thing that's hard to find, things that really hit those old cravings. One of the biggest things I enjoy is salsa. I don't know about the rest of you, but I love salsa. And salsa is mostly vegetables, so you think, oh, it's super healthy. But if you read the side of the salsa jar, there's a lot of sugar, there's a lot of salt, there's a lot of preservatives and chemicals in there, and you think, what? Not at all what I'm looking for. Also, this salsa that we're going to make today will be great for other adds to other healthy recipes like your beans and rice and chilies and things like that you want to add some flavor to without adding a whole lot of fat. This salsa is perfect for that. This salsa is going to have a quarter of a tablespoon of salsa, and there's about, a quarter of a cup of salsa, and there is about 65 quarter cup servings in total. So that's spread out over all of the 65 servings of salsa, that 1/4 cup of sugar. So that's really good. There's only 2 tablespoons of salt in the whole recipe. Now, the original recipe that we've adapted this from asks for 3 tablespoons of salt, but that is not required at all. That noise you hear in the background, by the way, is my dog. She does not know how to calm down. She is walking around in circles and shaking her head and being a dog. Anyway, so that's what we're going to make today is the salsa, and really excited about that. I'm excited about one other thing too. Today is a good day. I'm very happy today. Today I woke up, I went in my washroom, I weighed myself, and I am 248.2 pounds, which is the first time I've been under 250 in, I'm going to say 13 years, before my first child was born. I've always been a bigger girl since high school. I've always found it hard to keep my weight off, and this has really helped me, and it's just one of these things that's helped me to get through this whole transition from my old style of eating to this new bariatric style of eating, is seeing the weight loss come off so rapidly and so much. I'm ecstatic. So I'm also wearing a pair of size 18 pants. Y'all can't see them, but they're really cute. Got them from a friend who's always been smaller than me, who's even tinier now. Not fair, but anyway. I am wearing a size 18. Again, I haven't worn a size 18 since high school. It's absolutely crazy how this is working for me. Share your comments and questions. Share your own happy weight loss stories in the comments below. We look forward to hearing them. I might mention you on a video if I see anything worth mentioning. Now, this specific recipe actually comes from newlywed-blog.com, which is a website from, I believe, 2009 was when this was originally posted, and my husband found it way back at least 10 years ago now, and has been making this salsa for years, and we absolutely love it. But like I said, the only thing I'm really changing is the amount of salt we're putting into it. Everything else is perfectly natural. So let's get going with the recipe.
Okay, so we're going to start off with 4 cans of diced tomatoes. Now, I went into my local No Frills, and they didn't have any of the PC no salt diced tomatoes, which are the ones I normally get, the blue menu ones. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead with regular diced tomatoes, a bit more salt content in these, but that's all right. We're just going to use those this time. If you can get the low salt variety, though, please just go ahead and go with those. Now, these are 25-ounce cans, and we're going to do 4 25-ounce cans of tomatoes. And I've drained the tomatoes before I put them in the pot. Okay, so here's 4 cans of tomatoes, and they've been drained. As you can see, there's a little bit of liquid in there, but it's not swimming in liquid like they are in the original can, right in the can there. So we just put them in here. Now, you're going to notice that there are large chunks of tomato here. They don't have to stay this large. You can whiz them up. You can, chop them up even smaller. You can use fresh tomatoes if you want. Whatever you'd like to use for this recipe, go right ahead. You don't need to have these huge, big pieces, but these are the size that we're going with today. Next, we're going to do 4 plain yellow cooking tomatoes, and those are going to be diced into small pieces. All right, and here's the tomatoes, tomatoes. Here's the onions here, And we can see that they're diced into small pieces. So I just spread those over top of the tomatoes so we can fit everything in. Now we're going to go with 4 green peppers. We're going to take all of the insides out of the green peppers. We're going to dice them into small pieces as well, the same size you want them to be able to eat them. All right. You can also choose red tomatoes, yellow tomatoes, red peppers, yellow peppers, just sweet bell peppers are what we're going with here. And for this next part, we're going to want gloves. The gloves are very important. You don't want to hurt yourself because we're going to be chopping up the potatoes with the peppers with the spice in them. So the hot peppers, the jalapenos, we're going to do 4 jalapeno peppers and 3 Hungarian hot peppers or banana peppers. So I guess there's 8 in total or 7 in total hot peppers here, you're going to want to wear gloves for sure. And you're just going to dice those into small pieces as well. Okay, so there's all my peppers diced into small pieces. As you can see, my salsa is very green because we have the Hungarian hot peppers, which are kind of a yellowish green, and then we have the jalapenos and the green peppers, which are all green. You can choose different peppers. If you don't like hot peppers, go with something else. It's not a problem. It depends how spicy you like your salsa. Also, if you want your salsa a bit more spicy, when chopping up your jalapenos, leave in the seeds. That will make your salsa a little bit more spicy. If you want to take out some of that spice, make sure to de-seed them first. Again, totally up to you. It depends how spicy you like your salsa. So here are all my peppers in my pot. Now we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of sugar. Now, there's 1/4 of a cup of sugar in this. This makes, I believe, up to 10 jars of salsa. So a 1/4 cup of sugar is not a lot for how much you're going to have. Next is going to be 1/3 of a cup of vinegar. Again, the recipe is below. So you don't have to memorize these by any means. So 1/3 of a cup of vinegar and 2 teaspoons of salt. The original recipe called for 3 tablespoons of salt. I'm going with 2 teaspoons. I find that much better amount, better for me, and just you don't need that much salt in this recipe. It's not really required. All right, we're going to go ahead and stir this all together. Once we've stirred it all together so it's nicely combined, we are going to cook it on a medium-low heat for 1 hour. The original recipe for this does call to cook it on medium-high heat for only 20 minutes. I think the flavors mingle better together on a lower temperature, plus there's really no chance of burning it on a lower temperature, and I tend to walk away from things, forget I'm doing it, and so I think it's better on the lower heat, just for my peace of mind. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on a medium-low heat for 1 hour. We'll see you guys in an hour, and you'll be able to see how that looks.
All right, welcome back, everyone. It's been an hour. We're going to go get it off the stove now. Let's go.
Okay, here it is after 1 hour. So you can see that it's a little bit more saucy than you would have seen in the pot beforehand. That's a good thing. That means it's now salsa. It's going to be super hot right now. You don't want to eat it at this temperature. It does not taste good. You want to eat it cold from your fridge. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this sit for 20 to 30 minutes until it's cooled to room temperature. Then once it's cooled to room temperature, we are going to put it into jars. Also, please keep in mind, if you don't like how big the chunks are in your salsa, you can always take a portion for yourself, put it in a blender, and blend it up a little bit. So here we are back in after 20 minutes, and we've put them into jars.
Welcome back, everyone. It's actually been overnight now, and we have let the salsa cool completely to room temperature. We placed it in jars. This specific batch of salsa has gotten us 8 3/4 of a jar full of salsa. So really happy about the yield we got out of this. Like I said, it's about 64 to 65 servings worth of salsa in total. You can give it away to your friends and family. It lasts for 2 weeks in your fridge. Now, I've tried this salsa hundreds of times. It's one of my favorite salsas to eat. I don't even like the store-bought anymore. I can't even stand it because I just know how good fresh salsa tastes. And with how easy it is with the canned tomatoes, you are going to love this recipe. Again, thank you so much for joining me again for this journey. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, check out my blog post, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great night.